Let's talk to Rupert Bell, though, who's Talk's royal correspondent, of course. Lots and lots of pictures this morning on the front pages of the papers. King Charles visiting Auschwitz for the first time. I think a royal has gone there. Also, the Princess of Wales was out in London yesterday commemorating Holocaust Memorial Day. Rupert, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
Good to see the royal family involved in all of this. A very poignant picture of the King on the front page of the Daily Mail, emotional, wiping away a tear. It's hard not to tear up when you see these kinds of things. But a commemoration, I suppose, that everybody can have some feeling for and can have some understanding of. Unusual to see the royal family getting involved.
Well, I think it shows, obviously, harking back to the Second World War and our role in it. And I think it's for the King, it was a very poignant trip yesterday. You could see, as you mentioned, wiping away the tears. And when you see just a cabinet full of children's shoes, it brings home the magnitude of the horror that was inflicted on the Jewish population during the Second World War. And obviously now, with it being 80 years, there are decreasing quite by the history of time of numbers of people who survived. I think there was a lady who was 5.5 years old at the time when she was released from Auschwitz. So it just, beggars belief what happened. But I suppose, as the King put it in his message, it is something that we have to remember can happen and shouldn't happen again. But even since Auschwitz, we know there have been horrible genocides, not only Rwanda as a case in point, but I've just come back from Cambodia, where 2 million out of 7 million population suffered at the hands of the Khmer Rouge. I actually met a survivor of 93 who was in one of those prisons. So, we can look back in history, but what it seems to suggest, we're not very good at learning from history, as there have been these horrible incidents even since Auschwitz 80 years ago. And I think that's the message the King was hoping to drive home. Look, we're never far away from something happening as horrendous as what happened in the Second World War again.
Totally. And a very important day for him, but also quite an important day for the royal family in general, to see both he and Princess of Wales out doing their sort of public duties, which we haven't seen a lot of recently.
Yeah, the Princess of Wales, accompanied by her husband, went to a service in London and meeting again survivors of the Holocaust in the Second World War again. And she has met them over preceding years as well. So it was very much a meeting of former friends in many ways. But it was, again, just bringing home the focus. And obviously, currently with what's going on in the Middle East and the focus and people talking of the rise of anti-Semitism, it brings home all what's going on at the moment in very stark reality of what horrible things man can do unto man, and those in scenes, and even now that pile of shoes that you see, it just brings it home of how horrendous what happened in the Second World War was.
Absolutely. Rupert, good to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed. Talk's royal correspondent there on King Charles at Auschwitz, and also the Princess of Wales at a candlelit ceremony in London commemorating Holocaust Memorial Day.